Hey guys, what's good? We're back again. It's your favorite boy, Tega, T to the E to the G to the A. And with me, I have...
Tega, I've told you, I'm the favorite on this podcast. Don't use that line.
I said
favorite boy.
Exactly, I said favorite boy. Are you a boy?
Okay, well, I could be all. I'm joking. Hi guys, welcome back to another beautiful episode of this podcast. The Afro-Millennial podcast. Tega is very dramatic. He loves that thing. If you don't do it, he'll die. But yeah, my name is Tommy again. And today we have an amazing guest with us.
Yes.
So I'm going to give you a brief introduction. It's not really brief because he wears a lot of hats, guys. So we have an actor, a voiceover artist, a photographer, a gym enthusiast. Like, if he doesn't work out in a day, he'll literally faint. I promise you. Guys, we have Taye Arimoro in the house. Hey. And guys, coincidentally, all of us are T's. Yeah. So, I mean, what did I say? Who gonna check us? You know? Yeah.
But then, you guys, Taye is my favorite. Yeah. Tommy's a famza, and we have like our own
would
special,
have that conversation.
Special fifth handshake. So we decided to show you guys. So Taye, what's up? Let's do it.
Yep. Please,
enough. Guys, do you know Tommy's really jealous? Like, she's just.
Oh my god, guys! Why do you think I'm wearing shades? Because I'm going through a lot right now, and this is the loss I'm going through.
Oh yeah, please, can we do a handshake?
Okay, G.
Right.
Hey.
Don't worry, I'll get you guys. Anyways, guys, today we're going to be talking about something really interesting and something that a lot of people actually, has to hear about. So today's episode is at your big age. So I don't know if you guys are going to guess what we're going to be talking about with regards to at your big age. Do you want to go first, Taye?
If I was to say this in one word, I think it would be adulting.
Period.
Adulting.
Point blank.
Well, then it's something that is very common to African mothers. At your big age.
I swear. I swear Yoruba mothers.
Wow. Was that inspiration?
No, actually, not
okay.
Really. Well, kind of. Like, trust me, adulthood has shown us Pepe. And that's why we actually decided to do this episode.
Yeah.
Before we continue, is adulthood a scam?
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
I think so.
No way. No way.
Let's sing.
I have friends who have anxiety. Just singing, listening to that song. They have anxiety.
No, adulthood is a freaking scam, guys. And we're going to be dissecting everything about adulthood here, I guess. Almost everything. But yeah, we'll majorly talk about dependency, independency, and all of that. So, Taye, are you at a big age? Let's start with that.
I am at a big age.
Period.
30.
I mean, look at the voice. I am at a big age. Love that. So, at what age do you think someone should leave their parents' house?
You guys should have given me that question beforehand. That's a very tricky one. Okay, so I can't speak for everyone, right?
Yeah.
But I would use my own experience to answer this question. So I left my dad's house when I was 20?
Wow.
Yeah.
I could never.
I could never. And the reason was I'd always wanted to leave my dad's house. I always wanted to be independent. I remember when I was in uni, I was working with my brother who had a record label at the time. I just didn't want to depend on my dad for some reason. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't explain it. But then now I know that it's just the fact that I wanted to be independent. And then my dad would always, you know how African parents are, like you can't leave the house, you can't go, you can't just disappear.
Yeah, they cage you, all of that.
Kind of thing. Yeah. But I was in uni. So the good thing for me was I could use the excuse of I'm on campus, to escape from the house.
You went to a private school or
I went to Unilag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I would always say, you know what, I'm on campus, and all those kind of things. Obviously, when Obu has blown me, obviously I'll run back home and say, you know what, I need some money. But there was that yearning to always want to leave the house. And then when he died, I tried to stay there for a bit, a few months, just be there for my mom, be there for my siblings, and just you know how when you lose the head of the family, it just needs to be things to be sorted out. Eventually, I left, and I left to go squat with a friend. I had like my own apartment and things like that, but I just didn't want to be in my dad's house. I just wanted to be my own man. Yeah. And so I left, and I'm here now. You know.
That's
So,
really good. So,
yeah.
first of all, sorry about the loss of your dad.
Yeah.
I know it's been a while, but I mean, just to clear the air.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
So I mean, when you started staying on your own, what were the responsibilities you had to live up to?
Okay, so because I was squatting with a friend at the time, I didn't have a lot of responsibilities. Just pay NEPA bills, pay water bills, make sure that, obviously just respect the common areas.
Yeah.
I had my own room, he had his own room. I was living with my best friend at the time. He's still my best friend anyway. And, having to pay for my own transport, not because there was no dad to run back home to anymore to ask for money when the wool blows me. So it was like, oh, you know what? Now it's time to go hustle your own hustle.
Yeah.
I was already working my brother's record label at the time.
Okay.
But then I started acting at some point. So every little income that comes in, you just make sure that you know how to spread it enough. I wasn't totally wise in that regard, but then I had to learn over time.
How do you mean by you wearing wise? You had 2 jobs now.
So here's the thing. So it wasn't even about, wise with regards to hustling decisions generally. It was just like when money comes in. So you know how youthful exuberance wants you to. When money
go
comes in.
Go clubbing.
You're a baller, man.
Hey,
Once the money comes in. Once the
Azul.
money comes in, you're a baller.
And I'm sure you
when
were
the
that
money
guy.
finishes, then you start to make plans for the next money. It's like I'll be very responsible when the next money comes in.
And you
but when it
will
comes
not-
in again, you're painting the town red, brother.
So what were the advantages for you?
For me,
Apart from freedom, I think you already mentioned.
there's freedom, right? I mean, at some point in time, everyone is going to gain their freedom. Let's not even be in denial about that. Whether you're there till you're 30, you're there till you're 20, or you leave at 10, you get to gain your freedom at some point, right? Yeah. I was in a hurry to want to leave, but in retrospect now, I feel like, at some point I would have gained my freedom. Yeah. Now, aside from freedom, I had to grow faster. Living with other people. Obviously, my friend who I was squatting with had friends as well who would come through. I didn't really like the idea of. So I enjoy people. I enjoy staying in the same space with people, but I'm very particular about things. I'm very particular about things like so moving things or just crowding particular spaces or making noise or keeping the place dirty and things like that or untidy. It gets to me. So I got to learn patience. I got to learn how to interact, communicate. Oh, this is how I feel about this thing at this particular point in time. I'm very upset about this. And instead of, lashing out and yelling and screaming at the top of my voice, I had to tell you. And plus the people I was living with at the time were muscular guys. So
Is that why you
I
started
couldn't.
gymming?
Yeah. They influenced me to start working out.
Now he works out every day. Thanks to the muscular guys. Now
So
we
I
have
couldn't beat them up.
Taye.
I couldn't beat them up. That
my
kind of thing.
God.
So no matter how angry I get, the
You couldn't
best.
just match
The
up with
worst thing
them.
I could do was to go hit my head against the wall.
Oh, did you
that
actually
kind
do
of-
You
that?
never got to
No,
that point,
no.
of course.
I would have
Come
said,
on, I
maybe,
love myself
would have
too
said, maybe
much.
that's why your head is big.
I quit. I'm not doing this anymore.
You cannot not.
I'm
because
not
you
doing
guys
this
are doing
anymore.
handshakes.
I got you,
You
don't
were doing
worry.
handshakes now. You see?
So now we're even
Like-
1-1.
Period.
But yeah, but I feel like once you start to live on your own, once you leave the protection of your parents, then there's you assume more responsibility and it helps you to mature faster.
Okay, that makes sense because I remember taking offense to someone who said that if you still live with your parents at the age of 25, 26 to 30, thereabout, you wouldn't mature. And I took offense to it because I still live with my parents. I'm not up to that age, but I still live with my parents and I believe I'm mature enough. But I think now I get the point because you said you learned patience living with other people that are in your space. You learned tolerance. You learned how to communicate properly with like excesses that you normally would not take. So yeah, I think I get that now.
But I'm going to butt in here, right? Maturity is relative. Do you get? It's relative. There's no general
Rule.
There's no general
Principle.
table, where you say, oh, you know what, this person, because this person has done this, is not mature. This person has done this, is not mature. It's based on the amount of knowledge that you have, you know.
can call.
And at some point in time, you're going to learn some things that you didn't know yesterday. So at this point in time, we're having this conversation, right? The things that you're learning now that makes you a bit more mature than you were a few minutes ago. So it's very relative when people talk about maturity. I feel like I hear people say, oh, you know, you're not mature because you did this, and in my head it's like, you know what? That's where that's why people can say, oh, you know what? At your age, you don't know this.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Our parents are guilty.
You know, at your age, you don't know this. But truth is, if I knew it, I would do it.
Yeah.
So how about you just tell me what to do?
Exactly.
You know, teach me, then help me understand why I'm learning this.
Instead
and
of calling me out.
Tomorrow, next minute, I know better, and you know, I'm more mature than I was a few seconds ago.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So you're an actor and you do a couple of other things. You're a commercial model as well. I forgot to mention that, guys. Yeah. I mean, can't waste the body. After working out.
Go and watch all Taye's
Please.
films, his short films.
Everything.
He has on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think I really love Mela more.
Yeah, I do as well. I did see it. It was
Fake
nice.
The
I
one
did
with
with Diane.
Yeah, the one with
So what did
Diane.
I know
Diane
was with
Rosette.
Diane?
Because he has done one before with Diane as well.
No,
She hasn't seen
I
Mela
watched-
Mo.
I
That one, I'm
have.
sure.
Mela Mo, it's not the
She's
one you
heard
guys
of
always
it.
go live to talk about your fake.
Oh,
yeah.
You did. You
Oh
did.
my
But
God.
before you saw it, I had to force you to do that. No.
No.
I messaged you to maintenance. I was like, T, have you
Taye,
seen? Have you
that's
seen
not
my?
true. You messaged me twice and I saw it and I gave you my feedback.
You did give me your feedback.
Don't call me out on my podcast. Hello? What? Yeah. So how much do you think people should make? I mean, you had like 2 jobs before you moved out or when you moved out.
After
So how much do you think people should actually make before they decide to move out of their parents' house? Or do you advise they stay if they are not financially buoyant? Like if they are not
I mean,
billionaires, please, let's listen. Me
Plenty
too, I'm
money.
learning.
Plenty money.
Okay, what is plenty money?
See, in all honesty, right? I would just
Yeah.
advise. I would advise you guys out there. You know, if you have the opportunity to still be in your parents' house, you know, just stay there. Just stay there as long as you can. You know, stay there for as long as you can. You continue your hustle. Obviously, be responsible. Like take up responsibilities in the house. You know, take up responsibilities and try to pay attention. Especially if you have siblings, then you have a bigger advantage because it's like, oh, you know what. You know how to relate with them on a different level. You know, when you're younger, you're fighting a lot. And it's like, this person annoying me. Mommy, this is... And then as you grow older, it's now like, there's now no mommy again to go and report to. So it's now, we're fighting against each other. But, you know, when you grow older to like a particular point where you know that, oh, you know what, it does not make any sense to just be yelling and be, you know, exchanging words and things like that. It's now time to communicate properly. You can use that. They can be your guinea pigs or your mannequins. You know, you can use that to interact with them so that it can inform how you interact with other people
outside.
You know, and then when it comes to like food and things like that, I mean, I'm not saying that you should. At your big age, you should be sitting there eating your parents' food or something like that. But contribute to.
Yeah.
A lot of people, especially. So at some point, I had friends who were still living in their parents' house when I'd moved out, and you know, I would hear them talk about how they're upset because their father or their mother did not pay light bill because, you know, they said they must be doing it. I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay?
I mean, I'm not even at a big age and I pay light bills.
Do you understand? Like,
Even if I don't pay any more, my brother will call me out.
do you understand?
But I try.
This just reminds me about something that Toby told me. She told me yesterday her mom was powering for her because she put 2 items in the washer. And her mom said that she should start paying more for electricity.
She wanted to increase the time I'll be paying for, but I'm like, please, I don't have money.
You too, how have you just put 2 items in the
not
washer?
too-
You
I
don't
mean,
know-
but it's a washer though. Like, it's a washer. Like, you can put one.
No,
Don't let my mom hear you.
this time I'm supporting her mom because electricity.
I totally agree though. I totally agree. I totally agree.
But I pay for light at home. Actually, I try. I don't make so much, but I pay for light, and my house is not really small, and we don't pay like small NEPA tariffs and all of that. I don't pay every month, but the amount of times I've paid so far is a lot. You're rich.
I don't even think it's about, you know, how much you.
But it's just the
contribute.
effort, Sha.
It's the responsibility.
It's
Just
the-
taking up
yeah.
responsibility,
Taking it up.
knowing that I need
Yeah.
to be responsible here.
Yeah.
So, like, whatever it is, let me think of what can I consistently pay for in this house, even if it's one thing. You know,
Yeah.
even if it's one thing,
Yeah.
like it's the effort. It's
Yeah.
you know, it informs how
You're
you
very correct.
develop as a human being.
Yeah. So guys, listen, if you've decided not to move out of your parents' house and you want to still stay under their roof, you should take up some form of responsibility.
Please, they should stay at
And
home.
stay.
Please.
But wait,
Hey, it's tough out there.
I'm taking from
It's
this,
tough out
this
there.
episode is taking this advice of staying in your parents' house if you know you don't have so much money because guys, the streets are not smiling. Do you know how much rent
It's
is?
wild.
Do you know how much
Wait,
rent
guys.
is in Lagos?
Taye is saying we should stay, but you didn't give us any disadvantages. You only gave us the rosy side of your experience.
So I'm not now saying, before I even go to disadvantage, I'm not now saying you should stay there till you're like 50 or something. That's
Of course
like,
not.
Come on, man. Like, come on.
I've told me I had the opportunity to stay. She's
Once I
she's very
say
comfortable.
rich man that wants to
Sharply.
Sharp.
Sharp. I feel you. Give it up. Give it up.
Tell me,
feel
we'll come
you.
back. We'll come back to this. You see, that's why
don't want
girls
to
have
stay.
it so easy. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to this point.
No, hala.
It's vexing me. They vex me.
Go away, skate.
Okay, so disadvantages, right? When you're in Rome, you behave like a Rome man.
Yeah.
Right? So you find situations where, someone is upset because even though they take up responsibility in the house, their mothers can still send them on errands or tell them what to do or what not to do. Yeah. If you're living under my roof, you should expect that, as a parent, especially as a parent. Guys want to bring their babes into the house. Their mothers are like, no woman is coming to my house. Mm-hmm. You want to sleep all day. Hey, Oga, stand up. Go and do chores. That kind of thing. And it's a bit emasculating because especially if you're like at a big age, and big age, I mean, say 25. Now it's sort of dropped. Now the Gen Zs, your Gen Zs, it's sort of really dropped. So it's like you get so you think about, okay, so let's take it down to 21. Between 21 and 30, and you're like, me go and wash plates. How now? How?
So
it's like
big girl.
how can you do you know how much I make on influencing?
Me.
Do you know how much I make?
I should be washing.
I should be washing plates. Do you know how many fans I have on my social media pages?
Do you know how many men are rushing me?
Do you know how many people are rushing me? That kind of
But
thing.
then,
So if you live in Rome, you have to obey the rules of the Roman government. Yeah. That's literally how it is. So if you live under a parent's roof, you just be ready. And it's a disadvantage it's not really a disadvantage, but it's a disadvantage for our generation and the Gen Z. So I'm a millennial, right? So millennials, Gen Zs, you look at this, I'm on this one, I insult. Now which can I see finish with this one? So yeah, that's the only disadvantage I can see. And aside from that, maybe the fact that at some point, if you're a guy, babes will be looking at stars. Man, this guy's still living under his parents' roof. So he's not your mommy's boy, like this, that kind of thing. But that doesn't. It doesn't.
Pressure on yourself.
Yeah, it shouldn't put pressure on. If
things that
you
you're
guys
not
listening, it shouldn't put pressure on you at all.
Yeah. So back to you, Tommy. This is the issue I have now. It's a lot easier for girls to say that they want to just wake up one morning and leave their parents' house, because I know how many times this one she has come to rant to me that I'm just tired, I want to go. But then I feel, correct me if I'm wrong, Tommy, wait. Yeah. But then I feel it's a lot easier for girls to just make that decision, because one, a lot of people know that girls get married and they'll move into their husband's house, and luckily for them, they might not even have to do much work, because the husband will carry the whole burden of, raising the family, providing for the wife, the children and all. Also, there's the other angle where it's like a woman's world. I know a lot of people say it's a men's world, but then it's like a woman's world, because, for instance, if I was a girl now, just wear one short skirt and see one rich man now at Farm City now, I might not even be standing on the street or just... Exactly. You see,
Let me tell you something. It's a man's world, but the women are the government.
Period.
Period. That's why you are my favorite. You have too much sense.
sense.
It's a man's world, but the women are the government. We live in a world where the truth is, women actually. So I hope I'm not about to break a table, and I hope they're not going to come for me.
Break it.
So we live in a world where women get more favors. They get away with a lot of things. And you hear feminists talk about this and that, and they don't even understand how powerful women are. Women control everything.
Yes, so.
No matter how powerful a man is.
Brain.
No matter how powerful is. You know the popular saying, behind every successful man is a woman, a strong woman.
Yeah.
You know, women have so much power. The challenge is most of the women that we have now don't understand how much power they have.
What are you trying to say? Are you advising us to wear short skirts and
No, it's not even about. But you know the thing is, if wearing short skirts, right, can give you that much power, imagine how much power you would have if you have your mind.
Yeah, if you have your brains.
You know, think about it. You know, if wearing short skirts can hold a man down.
Should I just drop my 2 cents? Okay.
Do you get?
Well, I get you actually, and you're very, very correct. So Tega said, if I'm correct, you said women have it easy when it comes to being independent and all of that. To be nah. So the thing is, it goes 2 ways. So personally, I don't think I don't even want to say personally, but I like to work for my shit. Right? I like to work for my shit, and I would never really outrightly say, like I have to marry a rich man to make it. I have to marry a rich man to look good. I have to get a rich boyfriend. I'm not that kind of girl, right? But kudos to girls that do it. Like they do and they get away with it and they're happy, which is very important, your happiness. But if I see a rich man now, that is my spec, that has sense, and that can also channel his funds into my dreams and my aspirations, why not? I'll follow him now. I'll leave my parents' house.
It's valid though.
Yeah,
very, very, like,
it's totally
correct.
valid.
True.
I would leave my parents' house.
So generally, human beings like nice things. I don't think there's anyone in this room that doesn't like nice things. Human beings. We all like nice things. I love nice things.
Who doesn't?
Nice things.
Women want to be pampered.
Yeah.
More. Men are very, abused to want to fight, defend, and protect, and women just want to sit pretty and be. I mean, I'm not saying that that's all women.
That's not.
Exactly.
Women
are very, very strong, especially when it comes to decision making and nurturing, and using their minds to think, wider.
Widely,
and I was reading somewhere that they say women are better multitaskers. They're better at multitasking and things like that. So it shows how powerful women are when it comes to their minds. But as well, women just want to be shielded, financially, physically, mentally,
emotionally.
They want to know that. In fact, I didn't even know how deep that emotional part was until sometime one girl said I was emotionally cheating on her, and I was like, what the hell?
Please explain that.
I didn't even know what it was. In all honesty, I didn't know what it was at the time. And then I went to ask a friend, and it said, this is what happened. And she said I was emotional. It was like, yeah, duh. I was like, oh, wow. So even emotionally, women want to be protected.
Okay, so I remember seeing a post, I think it was by Alibaba, where he was saying that, in this acting industry, people will just come in now as new, fresh actors and start buying Benz, Range Rover.
Actors generally.
Actors.
Female.
Female. Specify.
That is like actors generally. Me, I did.
I'm an actor. I haven't bought a Benz.
No. Female actors, yes, female actors.
Right.
And, he went to Dubai and then he saw one with like police and all of that. And he was like, from where? Where he gets on? Me, I'm just like, they don't necessarily have to be prostitutes, because I'm very sure that was the angle it was coming from. For them to get that much money to actually be who they are
Are you saying that's where he was coming from?
Yeah.
Or just
that's where he was, because he actually that video was very long, but I don't want to go into it because I don't remember it verbatim, but I know that was where he was coming from. So I want you to explain. You're an actor. Right. Give us the tea. Like, how is it in the industry? Because I want to enter now. I'm not serious.
First of all, I didn't see the post.
Yeah.
So I don't really know much about what he's talking about. But then we see like posts of people talking about how female actors are doing much better, and where they're seeing the money, where they're going to, and things like that. my own take is generally women get more favors, you know, from women, from men, most especially from men. And just as we said before, you know, emotional protection, and men generally, when they want something, men are built to be hunters, right? So when you want something, you go for it wholeheartedly. Sometimes you just want to show off, you know. I go spoil you with my money.
And that is fact too. Sometimes you might not even have to have dropped anything for them. They would literally give you money and spoil you. I know I have like cases of people that literally, because they are fine, they'll tell you, send me your account number.
It's not even about fine, no. It's just because you're a lady.
Yeah, actually. True.
You know, because you're a woman. It's like, oh, you know what? You might not have the nice face, but if you have like nice figure,
you see,
baby,
that's what.
See, this is
but my Taye is not like that.
I'm not like that.
It's not like that.
But it's much bigger than it's much bigger than just favors. It's you know, we had a story, but I'm not going to bring it here.
No, but you could
it's much bigger than just favors. I've been in this industry for 10 years, and I know female actors who are doing so good for themselves.
Yeah, businesses on the side.
Yeah, they have businesses on the side. You know, women think sharper. Women are smart. See,
we even have actors, like female actors, that are actually hosts, presenters. They do lots of other things. So people don't know.
Women generally go all the way. It's like, you know what?
Yeah.
My focus is my focus. Men can still even be chasing Yashobana. So one are distracted by it. You know, that kind of thing. But you know, so some of these actors, I don't know about, you know, the majority of them, but I know a few of them who like for real have their hustle on point. Their acting, they don't play with it. Their side hustle, they don't play with it. And then obviously, like when men see a fine woman on the screen and they have the opportunity, or on social media, you know, they have the opportunity to, you know, have a conversation. The first thing that I've noticed, especially with some of my friends who, you know, I've gotten the opportunity of, you know, seeing their chats and stuff. The first thing they want to do is show off. It's like, you know what? Send me your address. I want to send you something. Or send me your account details. I want to send you something. Unsolicited, you know. And, you know, you can... Sometimes you can't.
When you see, how do you feel when you see?
No, because when they say
they pay you, Abby.
I'm a fan.
They pay you.
Me? It doesn't pay me, because I remember when I was fresh from Game On.
Yeah.
I had a lot of people offer me stuff. You know, some I received.
Game On was actually a very good one, by the way, guys.
Thank you. some I received, some I rejected, because some people had ulterior motive.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into that one. But
it's
it's not even about drag. It's just there's no need to get into it. Yeah. Obviously, right? When people hit you up and say, "Oh, you know, I'm a fan. I just want to send you this. I just want to send you that." Sometimes it feels appreciated, especially when you need it. You know, when you need that thing that they're asking for. You didn't ask for it, you know, but you didn't ask them for it. But you know, they're offering it, and it's almost like a miracle. It's like, God, thank you. Sometimes it could be a blessing. You just don't know. You know, so. I don't know about what Adibaba was talking about, but then I know that some female actors are very decent and they're all about their hustle. So obviously it will pay. You know, if you see them buying Benz and building houses, it's a matter of their hard work.
Yeah, I like that so much. That's really valid. By the way, big ups to all the actors.
Yeah,
doing the damn thing. Y'all are the real MVP.
Shout out to y'all.
Let me ask you a question, Tommy.
Wow, that was really direct. I
mean, it's your podcast, but I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
I'm going to put you on the spot right now.
Right.
So a random guy walks up to you, you know, maybe your spec and things like that, has plenty of money, and he says, "Oh, you know what? Take this money." Will you take it?
Right there and then. I wouldn't actually.
It's like $1 million or 2 million.
No, that's blood money. From where? How?
What do you mean?
1 million naira on the spot. You don't even know me. No, the thing is, you can get my contact details and we could have a conversation. But meeting you at first.
Okay, let's move.
1 million naira is a lot. If it's like small change, like 50K, 100K, why not?
But no, we just had on camera and off camera. We just had a master class. We just had a master class on how people are rich and how they want to like show off. So why don't you believe that someone can drop? There are people
1
that have.
$1 million is a lot of money.
Are you joking?
Do you realize that people who don't think that 1 million is a lot of money, right?
Okay, that's fine. Thanks. I won't. But the first day I'll be scared too because I haven't gotten like that kind of money. Like I take go from somebody that's meeting me for the first time. I didn't work for you. I didn't do nothing for you. It's just very scary for me. I'm a woman of principle.
What if your destiny helper?
My destiny helper, like that instance. If it's not work.
Please,
no, there's
I beg destiny helper. Please.
No. I feel like there's an approach to it. I feel like there's an approach. If I pray to God for such a miracle, it's not supposed to come like that. I don't know what God does, but I feel like 1 million.
Yeah.
Wait. If he comes with the intent to say, oh, I heard you're an influencer, or I heard you're a host, or I would like you to host my event, blah, 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 and you offer me 1 million, I will collect it as long as I've done something that I know is legitimate for it. But you're dashing me 1 million. You are fraudulent money laundering.
You can't. You're thinking about it from a shorter lens.
Exactly.
So say, okay, you know how Whiskey pulled up that guy.
Collect that.
That guy. Why
of course, if it's Davido, Whiskey.
But we didn't even have. You're looking at it from a shorter lens.
Random guy, Sha, but not a random man that thinks I'm fine.
Okay, a politician.
And wait, you said my spec. My spec, that's a coincidence. Nobody's perfect.
Oh yeah, okay, not your spec. Okay, it's not your spec.
My spec, you are fine, you're rich, you are tall, you are this, you are now rest. It's not possible.
Okay, what if it was a woman?
I'll collect it too.
Why?
Women empowerment. I'll spoil.
I'm done.
I'll collect it because I know that I can never be a lesbian. I love to all the lesbians, love to all the people LGBTQ community, yeah. But no, I'll collect it and then I'll ask you, sis, what's up? If it's to sleep with you, money has gone. I'll collect the money. Money has gone.
I mean, why can't you just do the same thing for a guy? But anyways, it's your opinion.
What do you mean? I say I should sleep with the guy.
No, I'm just saying, why can't you just tell the guy that, if he has ulterior motives, I'm not interested, bro. And if he says no,
the woman, no. Women like each other.
But I also think receiving gifts constantly,
constantly from someone
starts to sort of make you obligated,
available, and
maybe not available, but sort of makes you obligated to want to reciprocate the love. To give
have back. You been in that kind of web before?
I have actually. I have. It's a very tricky place to be.
It's with me. I think I send you gifts. I send you gifts one time. Money and
gifters.
And then
I beg. Shift.
Sugar mommy material. Have you forgotten?
So who are you again?
I mean, you're not the caliber of people that reach out to see.
But it's a very tricky place to be.
Can you disclaim that? Can you
No.
No, exactly.
I'll kill you.
But it's a very tricky place to be,
God.
and I can say that one from experience. A very tricky place to be, especially when you want to cut ties. When you think about it deeply, I love to think. I was listening to this podcast the other time, and someone was saying this doctor, but she's also like a Christian, and she was saying that when you teach people to think, you're teaching them to see God. Basically because God is in everything that we do, like the mic and everything. You see like people's handwork and you see their craft and everything. So when you start to think about, how was this thing made, you start to see like the essence of life itself, right? So I love to think. That's the point. That's where I'm going to. And when I sit down to really think critically about where I am per time, I think about what are the consequences of this thing, and in this particular situation, I was thinking about starting to think about compromising my values, or where I stand or what I want to do and what I didn't want to do. The lines started becoming blurred, and it's tough. Just being there is tough. Because when you get to that point where you're thinking about it, the only option for you now at that point in time is to say no more. I don't want to be a prisoner to this particular situation. But how do you go ahead and tell this person? Because, the person is giving you nice things. And it's like, these nice things, I love these nice things. And I want these nice things. And I cannot particularly get all of these nice things for myself. So I think that the first, over time, I've learned from that experience, or several experiences, and I've gotten to a point where it's like, you know what, just nip it in the bud from the get-go. Just nip it in the bud, so that you don't get to a point where it's become too big for you to handle.
But are you trying to say we shouldn't get gifts, like collect gifts from
That's
people?
not what I'm saying. It depends on you. You have to decide.
I'm actually just joking.
From what I got from everything Taye said just now is that they wanted to knock and he didn't want to knock and he said no.
It's bigger than that. It's not.
Of course, it's probably bigger than that. But I think I understand your point of view, and is actually very correct. And I believe a lot of ladies would relate to what he actually said. So when you give people the window to keep coming back or keep doing things for you, and you're not doing anything that they want, back, you're not reciprocating the action in the way they want to collect that action, right? It becomes a problem, and you actually get stuck. Sometimes you actually get stuck. You don't know how to say no anymore. You don't know whether not to compromise or to go on. But just pray. Prayers solves everything.
I think just think. Just think. Deeply.
But some people don't think rightly. So you can't just you can't just rely on thinking. I might think and I'm like, if I do it once, will I die? I'll go and ask God for forgiveness and then I'll go. Sure. So it's not just. I don't think.
But I feel like if you think deeply, then you can process, like, what are the consequences? Where am I going to?
Some people are not that smart. Sure.
Yes, there are people who don't love to think, but everyone sort of knows where they want to be. So if you think deeply about where you want to be and where the situation fits into,
if it aligns with your goals and all that.
It's just that people don't like to think. It's people are very lazy to actually process
things.
Let me process where I am and where I'm going to. But if you think deeply about it, if you don't think, then you deserve everything that's coming to you. Because life will just happen.
Yeah.
And some people are
face the consequences.
Some people are lucky enough to roll in the tide to beautiful places. Yeah. But most times you drown in the storm.
You're correct. Oh. All right, guys.
At your big age, I hope you guys are learning. Taking notes.
Jotting things down. All right, so we're going to the next segment of this podcast.
And that is
What Tea War.
Fortunately for us, we are all teas today.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, what tea?
Teas.
Let's tease war.
Let's start with Taye.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What are you wearing?
I'm not sure. So I got this from a place called what are they called again? The Heartstrings.
Okay.
So this top I got from the Heartstrings. She's like my shirt plug. I just see nice stuff and I'm like, oh, you know what? I want that. So she brings it. I don't care about what make it is. This is a Dior jeans pants.
Dripping, expensive.
And then
Let's go.
This I got from maybe I should wear it so that everyone.
Oh my God, that's the problem.
So you see with this one,
you see these actors,
with this, no, this one, I'm so proud of this one because this is like my guy. He made this. He's called BGL One Time.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called BGL One Time. He's on Instagram. You guys can check him out. He's on Twitter
I'll
as
steal
well.
it from you then. I'll not check it.
So he made this. I love this jacket a lot. I wear it. If you check my social media, you see that I've worn like a few times. And then this is a Valentino glasses. I got it from the Heartstrings as well. Apple Watch, sneakers. I got from. I don't even remember the store, but I got it from some store.
Nice. So
nice.
What else? iPhone. Sorry to all the Android users.
I'm not sure using Android. You're not serious. Jesus, you guys, that's an inside joke, and you guys have never seen Taye on this podcast. This episode, I'm serious, bitch. No wahala, I'll get you. That's
so, T, what are you wearing?
Me?
Me.
Oh my God. Okay, so guys, I'm going to start from top to bottom. I have this beautiful
Nigeria.
hair from Mabella Hair. I really like this hair. Obviously, it's really chic and it's doing the Lord's work. I'm wearing random shades because, random shades. I'm wearing this chain that I got from an Instagram vendor. I can't remember the name of the store, but I think it's a really beautiful piece. I'm wearing this top from January. January is a brand that's sent this to me to, do
PR.
PR, and I mean the top is actually speaking for itself because I think it's really comfortable, it's stretchy, and it's very simple to rock. I'm not really wearing much. It's meant to be a two-piece, so if you guys can't, it's really, and it has like you can wear it in two ways actually. So you can bring the neck parts over and then do your stuff. No, like as a neck piece here.
Right.
So it's like a very dramatic outfit. I really like it. I'm pairing with Emperor Armani watch. Drape. I don't do much. And then matching bracelets with the necklace.
Yeah. I really like the jewelry you're wearing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I actually thought it was too much.
Yeah.
Because you know I like simple stuff.
Oh, it's perfect.
I don't do much. Thanks.
You try sometimes.
I punch you. So T, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing a Zara hat cap, a face cap rather. I'm wearing a Zara face cap. I think the jacket is from River Island, turtleneck from Primark, pants from Zara, then Nike Air Force Ones. Very simple. And accessories from Gam Island, my accessory plug.
Hey.
Yeah.